Hey,
Hey, Dlow.
hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm super
Good.
good. How you feeling?
I'm good. Thank you so much for hopping on
Yeah,
with us.
yeah. Thank you for
I
having me. Thank you for having
appreciate
me.
it. Yeah. Yeah, of course. I'm super excited to talk to you. It's a pleasure to I'm from Milwaukee,
Um,
and so we kind of grew up on the
Come
Dlow Shuffle. It
on, come
takes me
on.
back all the time. So it's really nice to talk to you. Can you introduce yourself to some of our viewers?
Okay, hey viewers, my name is Dlow, Mr. Hey. Turn up. I'm here to have a conversation. I'm here to vibe. I'm here to chill.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I do have some questions for you um, prepared because obviously we're super excited to talk to you. Tell us a little bit about where you're from and a little bit about your music.
Well, I'm from Chicago. The West Side, the best side. If y'all don't know, if you're not from Chicago, make sure you understand the West Side is the best side.
Okay, sure.
And I make fun, family oriented, turned up, happy music that make you want to dance, music that make you want to get with somebody and just have a good time, right? And I'm just blessed and grateful that gave me the gift to be creative enough to create music of that sort.
Yeah, awesome. How would you described it a little bit, but in a couple words, how would you describe your music?
Inspirational,
Okay.
fun. Um, it's one of those things that just make you feel good, make you want to move, make you want to just step out your comfort zone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You on your you talk a lot about being a dancer, and like you said, you make dance music. How has being a dancer really influenced your music and how you approach it?
Um, Dancing has been like m- my expression for so long, since a young boy. I've used dance to help me navigate through so
Yeah.
much. So it's literally my go-to, right? And the fact that I can dance just to as a form of expression is I'm grateful for that. Right? A lot of people they go through things and don't know how to express themselves or don't have a outlet or a
Yeah.
way. And that to be my foundation is it's a blessing for real.
Yeah, absolutely. And then specifically about Chicago, because you say Chicago born and raised, how has Chicago dance influenced? Like you did the Dlow bop too, as well as the Dlow shuffle.
Yeah.
So a lot of bopping and a lot of footworking.
Yeah.
How has that really influenced your music and your music style?
The culture of bopping is just so unique within itself because there's no real genre for it. It's just an expression, literally,
Yeah.
right? The way the technicality, the way you move, the way that you it's just so different, right? And then the footwork culture is so aggressive, but it's so good, right? I don't know how to footwork, right?
It's
I'm,
hard.
I'm not a footworker, right? And I wish that I knew how to do it, but I don't. I got some moves, but I'm not the
Yeah,
best. But the footwork culture is so unique, right? And you can see
absolutely.
how far it's going right now. It's all in the UK. It's all overseas. It's like it's having a real impact on the world, on the TikTok world. They
Absolutely.
put footwork dances in TikTok now. So I mean, the Chicago culture is just so impactful.
Absolutely. I think Chicago is the cornerstone of most music, most dance,
No, I
most
agree.
everything. So
I agree.
it's
I agree.
it's the best. And being a dancer myself, like moving to Chicago, it was so cool to start to get involved in, especially like house and the
Come
footworking culture too. So
on, yeah.
super,
House
super
is
big.
different. Chicago house music is different. That
Chicago house music is
man, I love
everything. Like
it.
this is Chicago house music is house music.
Yeah, yeah, no cap.
Awesome. So can you tell us a little bit about your creative process?
Um, yeah, my creative process it varies, right?
Yeah.
It's different. Some people got like a strict way to create. Me, it just man, it just flows. Like with Dlow Shuffle,
Hmm.
Dlow Shuffle originated because of bopping and the whole movement, right? The Dlow Shuffle really came not out of nowhere. The verbiage for Dlow Shuffle got created out of nowhere. Like
Yeah.
take steps, stump like you mad, right? It was just me just trying to like think outside the box.
Yeah.
Right. Dlow Shuffle was already choreography that I've made up, right? And when I make that choreography up, I just go into a place of like I don't know. It's this world, and in this world, it's just me.
Mhm.
It's me with no judgment. It's me with no fear. It's me with just going. I'm so like present in that world, and then it pours over to reality. Um, so I mean, I don't really have a strict creative process. I just kind of go with what feels good, what feels natural.
Love. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I assume you're signed to a label. I'm sure you work with a ton of other artists too. How has that really influenced your music? And what have you taken away from some of those collaborations?
Yeah, so I'm independent now.
Oh,
Yeah, I was signed with Atlantic Records
yeah.
for these last few years, um, and just being able to collab with other artists and step my foot in their world and see what they got going on and how they go about creating and how they interact with their fans. It's inspirational to me, right? Because I'm so used to like doing things a certain type of way, and so used to my thing
Yeah.
working that that just became my norm. Just to just lock in on that. Just working with people like Chance the rapper, right?
Mm-hmm.
Chance is so creative and he's so one of a kind, right? And he's so smart, but he's so intentional on the work he does, the message he put out, the people he got surrounding him. We did Sunday Candy video shoot from his first album, right?
Okay.
And how on one accord everybody was so inspiring. I'm like, man, I got to get me a team. I got to get me some people that um know how to run this,
Yeah.
right? Even with his choreography, the choreographer, I'm like, man, I got to get me a creative director, somebody that can piece these puzzle pieces together to make it to fulfill what we trying to, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, for me, just learning how to just be more business oriented um I just look at the business aspect. I really don't try to copy people's creative process or none of that because I want to be original. But just being around these different artists, I just watch the business and how they run their business and how they like take the initiative to be like at the top of the chain, and you know what I'm saying. So I think that's the only thing that I really look after.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. I love that. And then you did mention that you're no longer with Atlantic Records. What is the difference between being signed to a label and being an independent artist, especially with someone with your following and your length of a music career?
I mean, I feel like the pros are I get to own everything that I put out now, right? I don't have to share or give any percentages. And then I've created a significant amount of relationships to where certain things don't be as hard to get access to.
Yeah.
And other than me being like starting off independent, it's so much you got to do. It's so many sacrifices you got to make. It's so many things you got to navigate through to get to where you want to be. I think the cons are these labels, they so well connected. You know what I'm saying? They literally have so many different avenues for you right away. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, some things cost money and they take it from you, but then some things don't, right? Um,
Yeah.
I feel like for the longest, anytime I've ever talked about me being with a label, I've always told people the bad about it, right? Because my experience haven't what they weren't the best because I didn't have a solid structure, a solid foundation within like my team
Yeah.
and the people I had represent me. So we kind of like put ourselves in a position where we didn't capitalize the right way. So I kind of always tell people like, man, forget labels because I didn't get everything I wanted. But honestly, you do got some good labels out here, right? Some labels that'll help you get to where you need to be quick, expeditiously,
Yeah.
right? With the right resources, with the right everything. So yeah, that's just my input, right?
Yeah.
Um, I've had a crazy roller coaster relationship with labels, but my story ain't everybody's story, you know.
Definitely. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that crazy roller coaster of a relationship, or do we want to
Yeah,
skip
no,
this for now?
cool. I can just give like I think this is the most important piece, right? When it comes to like that, you just make sure like you business oriented. Make sure you
Mm-hmm.
understand these contracts, right? Because I signed a contract when I first made Dlow Shuffle to Atlantic Records for $10,000. I didn't get any of that money. My management at the team kept the money, and I was with them, right?
Mhm.
For a long period of time, they didn't do much, right? I don't think they were real optimistic about where Dlow Shovel can go because it was so new, unfamiliar. They didn't know if people was on, but it did what it needed to do. But at that moment, they still didn't really give me the proper care and love, right? So 2 years after, 3 years after I made Dlow Shuffle, I made Bet You Can't Do It Like Me. Now,
Mhm.
Bet You Can't Do It Like Me is double platinum. Grammy nominated, got over 1 billion streams. It's like internationally known. Um, I was about to sign a deal with Capitol Records, a great deal. I was going to be ahead of their urban department. As soon as
Mm.
I inked the deal, Atlantic Records legal department called back and was like, "Yo, we still own him. Well, here's the contract." So I had two options at this
Yeah.
point. One option was to fight that, like stay with Capitol, allow their lawyers and stuff to fight that. But then, like, that's money and time that I don't have, right? I come from the West Side, nothing, nobody, like no help, no. So I'm thinking like this is an opportunity for me to go and keep this momentum and stay in the algorithm and capitalize. So I don't have 6 months, 7, 8 months to fight this, right? And I don't even got the money for real yet. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I don't want to spend the money before I get it, right?
Exactly.
So me and my team, we made the decision to go back with Atlantic, get them another chance,
Yeah.
right? Maybe that was like the wrong way, the wrong introduction.
Mhm.
So we went back with Atlantic and we worked Do It Like Me, and it was cool. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the best, but it was cool. Um, but long story short, I end up not getting any royalties
Mm.
for Dealer Shuffle or Do It Like Me. Literally, not one check, no money, right?
Oh,
With
yeah.
Dlow Shuffle, I guess my old management team gave them 100% of everything,
Uh,
right? And then with Do It Like Me, I had samples, right? That's why I tell a lot of artists, like, be careful with the samples you use, right?
mm.
Or go about it the right way, right?
Yeah.
Reach out to these artists, see if there's a way you can pay them up front,
Mhm.
build a relationship with these artists so they can just be like, I give you my blessing,
Yeah.
or work out some type of split with the artist. Like
Yeah.
give them residuals on the record too, so they can never, stop it. Um, I did Bet You Can't Do It Like Me, um, with D4L, that sample, Bet You Can't Do It Like Me. Nope.
Mhm.
And then I used the instrumental. Well, we kind of like made it our own, but it's still the same. But we used the instrumental from Crime Mob, Nuck If You Buck,
Mm.
right? And with both of those records combined with the sample, I had to pay like 19, 20 different people, right?
Yeah.
They got percentages on the record. So I end up only getting 5% of Do It Like Me. But still I haven't received any money from the label,
Yeah.
right? So it's just like you just got to be mindful, of what you're doing. Pay attention, learn the business. I understand that we look at the glitz, the glitz and glamour and the luxury of having fast cars and chains and having all that. You know what I'm saying? But all that comes with a price,
Yeah.
and ultimately, you have to pay that price. So just really pay attention to the business and be business oriented when it comes to dealing with a label for real.
Absolutely. Yeah, that is such great insight. I know sometimes we forget that artists who are backed by these big labels, someone has to pay them,
Yeah,
and
they got to get
more
paid.
exactly, most often than not, it's from the artist.
Yeah.
And I know we hear it sometimes that so many artists start off really strong and then they don't see a lot of their own profits because they have to pay these teams.
Yeah.
So it's really great to hear that perspective from you, especially now that you're an independent
Yeah.
artist. You talked a lot about the business side of it. How do you navigate the business side of the industry without kind of sacrificing your music or without letting it get in the way of your music?
Well, just really understanding what the
Yeah.
business is, right? Understanding the 13 different ways to get paid, right?
Mhm.
Understanding how to copyright your music, understand distribution,
Mhm.
right? Understanding that you got to pay taxes,
Yeah.
understanding all the necessities because it's so much that ties into it, right? That is a lot to explain. But once you sit down and really understand what this industry entails, right?
Mhm.
Like you get paid so much money for your songs getting played in commercials or on TV or episodes of TV
Yeah.
shows, right? You get I did a commercial. Um, my song I did an Apple
Mm.
commercial in Thailand, in China. They reached
Mm.
out, and just for them to play 10 seconds of Do It Like Me, no, this song I got called All Day.
Mm-hmm.
They gave me like 10K, right? That's only for like 15
Yeah.
seconds. But just because of what that platform is,
Mm-hmm.
I was able to get compensated. You know what I'm saying? Opposed to they playing my song at a basketball game,
Mm-hmm.
though that revenue stream ties in, and I probably get like $10 from that. Let's just say
Yeah.
that, right? So just knowing where exactly you should put your energy at
Mm.
when it comes to this
Yeah.
industry, what to give you the most, what's more profitable, like
Mm-hmm.
where you can really get a bang for your buck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Know where to put your energy into.
yeah,
I love that. I do want to switch gears just a little bit. I saw you played Lollapalooza this past year, right?
yes,
Can you tell us a little bit about that experience? That's a huge festival.
yeah. For me, Lollapalooza is
Sorry.
no, no, it's okay. Lollapalooza for me, this is my first time performing it as an artist,
Yeah. Oh,
right? Like me and Chance, we've always been. I did a lot of Palooza with him, like in 2016.
yeah.
I did some choreography for him there, but being there as my own entity, it was so nostalgic.
Hmm.
Um, I had gotten to this place where like I didn't feel like Chicago really like appreciated me for a long period of time, right? But
Yeah.
just being there and being able to just have my moment, and just being there honestly was a major win for me. um it's a dream come true, right? From Chicago, Lollapalooza is the biggest festival to hit us. So just to get that call, just to get that consideration, it wasn't even about the crowd, right?
Yeah.
It could have been 10 people out there, that would have been okay, but just the consideration for me was enough,
Yeah.
right? I know who I am, but I'm still humbled and I'm still grateful
Yeah.
for even those opportunities, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. And I saw some clips where it looked like a great
It's amazing.
show. I wasn't able to make it to your set, and I feel so bad because if
Okay.
Chicago was overlooking you, Milwaukee definitely wasn't, and I can let you know
Come
that
on.
right now for sure.
Come on.
I do want to ask about another recent performance you had working with um, Universal Circus and kind of what that experience was.
Yeah. So I have a good relationship with Fresh to Clowns.
Yeah,
Right around the time that I dropped Do It Like Me, Fresh to Clowns had just hit the surface, and just we were two viral
yeah,
sensations. So we always kept that relationship. They called me for plenty of stuff after that. But I just got that phone call, and they offered me the ring master position,
mm,
and it's just one of those like that's my environment. That's my bread and butter, right? Family, great time, clean, happy. And then for me the plus was I have blood relatives that I
mm,
haven't seen in years, like years, since like I was a kid. And I was able to get them some tickets, and they came out, and we enjoyed that experience together. So it was a great experience. The hospitality there, the energy when I performed Do It Like Me, Dlow Shuffle, the way the crowd engagement was, the respect from the Soul Circus, you know what I'm saying? It did something to my soul. it,
yeah,
it it was a good moment.
yeah. Yeah. Again, it looks like an incredible event. I wish I could have been there. How
Yeah.
do you prepare for some of these really big performances,
Um.
or for any performances?
Well, I think my preparation is really just praying and asking God to give me everything that I need for those moments, right? I know I can show up and do the work,
Mm-hmm.
right? I know that me and my team we've done the preparation on like rehearsals, and we've done like, but in the moment, I just ask God to fill me with his
Mm-hmm.
presence, fill me with his spirit, give me the courage, give me the strength, give me the memory, give me the attitude to go out there and address the people the correct way. and receive whatever energy is thrown at me. I think that's us as artists, us as creators. I think a lot of our anxiety comes from like what we think we're gonna get back from what we trying to get, right? We go here to these big concerts and like, man, what if they don't give us me? What if they don't? What?
Yeah.
And for me, it's never like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm always thinking like, what if I don't give them the energy? You know what I'm saying? What if
Yep.
I don't? So I just ask God to give me that.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's beautiful. How has your relationship to God, your spiritual relationship to God and to your community really affected and uplifted your music?
Um, God, God, Jesus Christ is my whole being. It's my whole inspiration, and it's my life. Without Him, I'm nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Literally. And for a long period of time, I got a bunch of unreleased music. Um, that I recorded in times of like going through hardships, breakups, um, family issues, issues with friends, right? Me being vulnerable that I'm probably never gonna release. Um, but God has allowed me the ability to just understand who I am, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that translate with my music because I don't try to fit in. I don't try to f- fit the criteria. I've always been me. I've always been Dlow with the high right, low left,
Yeah.
blood patches. I've always been anti-Chirac. I've always been do it for the kids. I've always been be yourself, right? So God has always gave me the courage, and He's always fulfilled my soul with His spirit, and that allowed me to navigate through just life outside of music too.
Yeah, absolutely. How has this community that you've built, not only of like artists and of your friends and family, but also your friends and family, how have they helped uplift your music and uplift you as an artist too?
Just the support,
Yeah.
right? Because ultimately, going on this journey with God and allowing Him to be my Lord and Savior, that's a journey that I had to endure by myself,
Mm.
right? So just the support, just the encouragement,
Yeah.
just the you got it, just the I'm proud of you, the acknowledgement, because it's hard, right? Life is weird. There's a lot going on. There's so many things to be uncertain about. There's so many reasons to have doubt. There's so many
Mm.
reasons to be scared, right? There's so many reasons to give up, right?
Yeah.
So just to have people around just to say, you got it, is enough for me, right? Because I come from being independent from a young boy, right? My grandparents raised me, but
Mm.
both of them passed away. My grandmother passed away from cancer. My grandfather had a brain aneurysm, right? My mom was my mom, but she was never really active in my life. She had a drug addiction, right? My mom passed away. I was homeless. I was sleeping in cars. I was sleeping in abandoned buildings. I was sleeping in trap houses. Like, I became Dlow. My life changed. I lost it,
Mm.
right? May do it like me. Changed again. I lost that too,
Mm.
right? I was suicidal. I was depressed. I was drinking, I was smoking, I was lost. I was so unfamiliar with myself, right? And then I found God, and now I'm on my journey. And just to have people around me to like identify my growth and see it, but also just encourage me to keep going. Is that's enough. That's my community. It doesn't necessarily even have to be people that I'm familiar with. It doesn't have to be family or friends. You can be a complete stranger and you come around and you encourage my growth and you say, yo, keep going. You part of my community now, because now uh, it's my obligation to do the same for you, right? Let's figure out your disconnects. Let's figure out what you need help with. Let's do it. Let's make it happen.
There you go. That's
Yeah.
wonderful. That's really inspiring. Thank you so much for
No,
sharing that because I know
thank you.
a lot of people hold that really close to their chest, but it means a lot, and I'm sure it means a lot to our audience
Yeah.
too. I just have a couple more questions for you. Can you tell us about some of uh, your experience making some of your music videos and kind of what that was like?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll give you my favorite video.
Yeah.
My favorite video was Do It Like Me. the actual music video, not the dance
Yeah.
tutorial. We shot that video in Chicago,
Hmm.
and mm, I was able to bring my brothers and my cousin and my families to be a part of that, right?
Hmm.
And the process was like just show the life of Dlow,
Yeah.
right? What does that look like? So it was such a great moment because growing up, I had a lot of people I was dancing with, a lot of people that were a part of the Chicago bop culture before it even
Mm-hmm.
blew up, and we shot that video together. Um, I had the Future Kings,
Mm-hmm.
right, which is a group right now killing it in the music industry, right? I got to see them when they was hustling, when they was grinding. They were a part of. I was a part of that grind,
Yeah.
right? Seeing so shout out to the Future Kings, my brother Allen over there at Healthy Hood right now, right? Just seeing him in his element and seeing him like hungry for it, and then looking at where he is now. And I know like it's two different topics, but like I'm just going back to that video because that was the start of like everybody's like,
Yeah.
what we doing? How we doing it? And now just to see how everybody from that video has blossomed, it's like for me, right? Um, it would and it wasn't and for my videos, and I got to be transparent, my videos we don't even really prep them,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's such it's so natural, this gift that God has gave me, that it's not hard to really just go with it, right? It's not hard to be like, okay, this is what it looks like, let's do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think the only thing that we really take time on is like
Right.
choreography.
Right.
Right. We take time to like really construct that because in the moment, if we need to like switch something, we switch it. It's like that's how we switch it. And then shout out to like my team, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we are phenomenal at adjusting. But like even back then with that video, I think like the process is never really like a process. It's just like a vision and we just do it. You feel
Yeah.
me? Like let's just make it happen.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome. And clearly, that music video was memorable for a ton of different reasons. And I love that it's most memorable because of the people you worked on it with.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, watching all those people blow up is so cool, as well as having your career
Yeah.
blow up kind of alongside them. That's
Yeah.
really
Thank
fantastic.
you.
Yeah. What advice do you have for some other artists?
Um, I anybody knows me, they know what I'm about to say. I live by this quote, right? Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That's why it's called the present,
Mm-hmm.
right? So understand that things that you went through, you will never relive. It'll never be the same, right? So that's like the don't dwell factor,
Yeah.
right? Tomorrow is not promised, right? So don't overly be unrealistic about where you're headed,
Yeah.
right? But today's a gift. So in these moments, be intentional, be
Mm-hmm.
present, right? Give it, right? I told somebody today, like, don't even shoot for perfection,
Mm-hmm.
right? Just be okay, right? And okay entails so much, right? But you have to like learn you, love yourself. There's a lot of people out here doing this music thing and entertainment or whatever it is they doing. They doing it because of the perks
Mm-hmm.
of what comes with it, not truly because it satisfies their souls. Find what satisfies your soul. Find what allows you to just stay above float, right? We don't want to stay on a horizontal. We want to always go upward, but find things to help you stay happy, stay content in that happiness. And once again, self love is the most important for me. You
Yeah.
gotta love yourself because any love attached to that comes with that is just a plus, right? It's just a plus. Take it serious though, right? Have fun with it, but like learn everything about it. Learn everything about it. Be okay with trial and error, right? And just add some definition to yourself. That's what Dlow, determined, loyal, optimistic, willing to learn. That's why that's a thing, right?
Yeah.
Because I define myself. I didn't give anybody enough room
Mm,
to, you know what I'm saying, be in control of
absolutely.
my narrative. I'm in control of my own narrative, right?
Absolutely.
That and that's what's important.
Yeah. I love that. Can you tell us a little bit more about your name
Yeah.
and your artistry?
Um, Yeah, so DLO is an acronym. The D is determined, L loyal, O optimistic, W willing to learn. Because one, I'm determined about being the greatest in everything I do. Right, I'm loyal to myself, but also to the people around me that's loyal to me.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I'm loyal to my community. I'm loyal to just anything that has something to do with love, with God. Right, I'm optimistic about my future. What's next? About where I'm headed, and I'm willing to learn everything about life to be the best version of myself, and to also fulfill the will of God.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely. Incredible. Thank you so much. I have one last question for you, Dlo.
Okay.
What does ambition mean to you?
Um, so much, and I know I can talk so much, but ambition, man, just hunger, right? Um, resilience,
Mm,
um, just just having that fire, man. Just wanting to just be it,
mm,
achieve it, live it, own it, maintain it, sustain it.
mm.
Like it's so far I can go, but I'm gonna just keep it that short for you. Ambition, that's just what I see. Those are my like, you
Yeah.
know.
Incredible. Well, do you have any upcoming projects that you want to promote?
Yeah. I'm about to drop an NFT.
Ooh,
Um,
ooh.
with my new single. Get it started. Not get it started. Get started. I'm sorry. Something new,
Yeah.
right? But still D-Lo, but just showing my growth, right? It's not as hyped as like,
Mm,
and what I mean hyped, like I'm not projecting like as
mm.
much as I used to. Like turn up, you know.
Yeah.
I'm more on the like a more chilled, more relaxed, but we still having a good time,
Mm,
right? Seeing like I've been in the gym, right? I've been in my Bible. I've been
mm,
doing the work to help me mentally, emotionally. I've been purifying my soul,
mm,
right? So I'm just trying to show that growth. I'm trying to show the older version of me. I'm 29 now. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm just taking my supporters, my soon to be
mm.
supporters, the ones who've always been with me and the ones who are going to meet me for the first time, just showing them like this stable place I'm at through the grace and the glory of God, you know? So Get It Started is a fun record. You know what I'm saying? It's something we're gonna dance to. It's something that we're gonna turn up to and have a great time. I'm doing mentoring programs now where I'm mentoring kids of all ages, just giving them somebody that's been a part of this industry, that's been through so much in life, but that's reachable,
Mm.
right? Doing the work. I've created curriculums for industry, hurt, trying to teach these young entrepreneurs, these young artists, how to navigate through the music industry and have their independence and know how to make money and understand the ways to make money. And I've also created a dance curriculum that we just healing through doing, right?
Yeah.
We dancing, we teaching how to be a community,
Mhm.
we teaching just how to innovate, how to be different, right? Working on some merch right now. Um, just living God's will, right? Still being D-Lo, but being okay if I have to be Darion. You know,
Mm. There you go.
yeah, yeah, that's what it is.
There you go. Incredible. Well, can you tell everyone where to find you? I'm sure most people already know, but can you tell everyone where to find you?
Yeah, y'all definitely can find me on all platforms under I am D-Lo, I am DLOW. Um, and just keep in contact with me. Stay in touch with me, right? And one thing that I do that probably other artists don't do is I respond, right? DM me. You need some inspiration. You need me to pray for you. You need some direction. You want to talk about what's next. You need some promo. Anything you need from me, hit me. Hit me. I'm for the people. I love my people, and all my people are all of y'all. So thank y'all for supporting me for so long. Thank y'all for just sticking through. Thank y'all for seeing it through. Hopefully, we can continue this journey together, and just God bless y'all.
Lovely. Thank you so much, Dlow. It was such a pleasure to talk to you, and I'm sure everyone enjoyed it. Um, you can follow us on Ambitious
Yeah.
Entertainment. We do Ambition Amplified twice a week, so catch us on our next one next Thursday at 7 p.m. Thank you again, Dlow, so much. It was so fantastic to talk to you.
Yeah, God bless you. Thank you so much. And I'm praying over this platform, praying that God continues to give y'all the energy, the strength, the ambition to be amazing, because you are amazing. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for your
Yeah,
time, right?
of course.
Thank you for this platform. I've been following y'all, and I've been seeing y'all, and I've been seeing the great conversations. You guys make artists feel comfortable and welcome, and it's not like we gotta like cry or drink or
Yeah.
like be vulnerable. Thank you for allowing us to be us right here and speak about the things that make us comfortable. Thank y'all so much.
Of course, of course. And we always have so much to learn from you. So it's been truly, truly, truly a pleasure and a blessing to speak with you, Dlow.
Mhm.
And hopefully we get to talk again
Yeah, we
soon.
will. You have a blessing, okay?
Thank you, you too.
Bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
everybody. Bye bye.